Hi guys, Enda here from TrendSpotter. Just doing some reviews over yesterday's trades. Small to, well, small cap, mid cap and large cap. So we have JDST, PTON, ITCI and ROKU. So let's see what TrendSpotter does to these stocks. So here you have JDST, and as you can see you have the opening bell here at 9:30. With the red trend meter pre-market, so it goes straight here, and once you get the first green candle or the green confirmation painted and you have your candle here, you go long. So it really is this simple, guys. Two candles together, first confirmation painted, long. So we're long in here, okay, and we go long up 36 cents. Now it's a $9.60 stock, so that's a 3.81% move. So if anybody of you work on percentages, 1 to 2% wins, so on so on. So that's it. That's a nice little move in there. A couple of thousand shares, you're up some money, okay? But we're not finished with TrendSpotter, obviously. So let's go and look for a short. Okay, so what goes up must come down. So here you have the background color changes, so you know that it's going to go short. And then it starts going down, and in you go here. So right here, the trend meter has changed, and your second red arrow down, straight down to, this is a 19-cent win. Okay, again, a couple of thousand shares, you're talking about good money. That's a 2% move on this stock, okay? That's a nice one. And then the third one to round off the morning for yourself trading this small cap stock, which would be here on the second arrow, as you can see here, right in here, and up 19 cent again, a 2% move. So they're all small little nice moves. That's JDST, okay? Small cap, ready to go. Now next, Peloton, PTON. So Peloton had some news on it today, yesterday, sorry. And so here you have 9:30 out of the gate. And then you can see it's red to start, okay? So it's making up its mind. Never trade anything out of the gate, guys, because you don't know which way it's going to go, and you can get some big buyer or seller and it'll push it the opposite way and all your indicators will change. So as you can see, 9:34, it starts to, you're going green, so we're kind of getting ready to go green, but we're still in a red meter here, so we're waiting for the green meter to happen, and there it happens. Starts at 9:46, paints at 9:47, which coincides perfectly with TrendSpotter. And so what you get here is a long position on Peloton at 27.66, and we can go up and up and up. No reason to get out. Stay in it all the way. It's a $1.40 move or a 5% move on that stock. So that's a nice move, and there was absolutely no pullback on that. So that just went straight up all the way, and you were never in the red. There was no drawdown. So you can look at it after making $1.40 on that, which are a couple of thousand shares. It starts to teeter off then, which they kind of do like that. There's these mid-cap stocks teeter off. I'd stay out of them from here in. But if you were to trade it, you can. Let's have a look. I mean, it's because it's not 100% accurate. So you can see here would be your entry, because the trend meter goes red here, and that would be a losing trade here to about the tune of 10 cent. Maybe you could get out by that because it's reversed and the arrow disappears and the background is changed to green. And then when this starts to happen, you see these kind of changing like this, these background changing, you just stay away from that, and then it happens again. So there's another short over here. Okay, so when you get to here, there's your trend meter, there's your entry, your pullback is 10 cent, and your win is 43 cent. Okay, so it's running out of steam. You can see that when it starts off here, it gives you a big move, and then by the time it gets over here, it's a much smaller move. Okay, let's look at ITCI. Okay, in ITCI, 9:30. Here's your first move, your first background, and then the second move or the first entry would be here, right here, in here actually, for the second red. So this is very, very simple, guys. We do this all the time, every day. It spots these moves. So your entry is here, and you have to have a pullback on this one of 37 cent, and your win is 64 cent. Is it, or is it higher? 64 cent. No reason to get out. 71 cent. So 71 cent or 2%, which is a nice one. Okay, 2% win is a good win. And again, I don't really trade these smaller mid-cap range stocks like that. I trade more large cap, but I'm just trying to show you how TrendSpotter can be used across any chart, really, any stock. So let's have a look in here. You would short here at the open candle, and get a 42-cent move. So I look for a minimum of 50 cent when I'm dealing with large cap. That suits my strategy. So let's jump out in here into ROKU, and we'll have a quick look to see what ROKU did. So here's ROKU, and you're 930. You're green from the pre-market, which means I won't take this first trade here. So you missed this one, even though it's a big move up, a couple of dollars. And it's still green down here, so I'm not getting in here, I'm not getting in here, I'm not getting in here, even though, see, the trend meter is still green, okay? So I avoid that move, okay, and I avoid this move because it's all pre-market. So I'm waiting for the trend meter to change color. That's the bottom line here, okay? So here's the trend meter changing color for the first short position. And you're short in here, okay? Now, it's not the best short ever. It's a 64 cent, and it pulled against you 54, so it's almost one. What is it? 1-to-1 ratio, 1.19 to 1. So not the best move, but it's still a win. I mean, you're clearly in the money on this one, okay? But then right after it, here's your move. This is the move you're waiting for. This is the move that TrendSpotter picks up all the time. So it goes green. There's an arrow and there's a second arrow, but you don't get in here. You wait for the trend meter to paint. So you're in on the third one, and really there's not much difference between them for the extra safety blanket. And so this move, why would you get out? There's no reason to get out until you at least get over here, or if you see a double or triple top. But that move was a $3.28 move. Now that's more like it. $3.28, never in the red. You were never in the red, okay? And that's what TrendSpotter does for you. Now, it doesn't do it all the time, but you can take these smaller, 40 cent, 50 cent wins and stay at it. The stock is trying to shake you out. That's the bottom line here. The market makers and the funds are trying to shake you out. So you have this big move up where everybody got in, and all the Ross Camerons of the world and the people that are in fast and they take their money, they're in and out and it's done, and everybody's following it up. And now you have your pullback, okay? And so other people would enter in here if they were just using a Psar or something, because they just see it going down, but it's not much of a down. If you got in up here, fine, but if you got in here, it's just consolidating as far as I can see. This area here, look, right here, as far as I'm concerned, it's consolidating, okay? And you can see this is a trap right here. So everything on the TrendSpotter is saying, okay, it's time to go down. Okay, we're going to short here. This is going to be great. But it's a trap, and that's why we don't take it, because it's still green down here with the meter. So you stay out of it, and then this is a trap. And the reason we don't take this is because the rules are with this that once it goes green once, it doesn't matter, it has to go red down the bottom bar here, like this, before you take it again, because as far as I'm concerned, it's extended, and that is extended. You get in here and you're just chopped out. So you could lose, if you took this and you took that, you could be down, let's say $250 here, $250 here, you're down $500, you're losing confidence and you're losing money most of all. So here's the move, there's the first one, and there's the second one. And what a smashing move, $3.28. And there's more, obviously. You can still take them because they're a large cap, so you can keep going for 2 or 3 trades on them. So this would be the third trade, and it would be enough and a maximum amount. And you can see they're getting smaller because that's what happens. Even with the small cap, first move is the biggest, second move is okay. Well, in this case, the first move is the biggest, second move was just a prelude because really this was uptrending. And so this was the big move again, and then this one's a smaller move, but it's still $1.28. As always, guys, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more info, and if you require a trial of TrendSpotter, click the link in the description. Talk to you in the next one.